Welcome to CSN, the Network Podcast. This is your host, Kayvon Cutler, with my lovely co-hosts, Dree Nazario and Malik Hampton. How are y'all doing this evening?
Doing good, brother. How you doing, Dree?
What's up, brothers? I'm doing great. Blessed and highly favored. Y'all know how I go. How y'all?
Likewise, fam. Better now that I'm talking to you two. You know what I'm saying? A little
100%. Missed y'all last week. Yeah.
I was about to say, took a little week hiatus, you know what I'm saying? We wanted to kind of give ourselves like a pat on the back for, making it to 10 episodes, man. It's a very monumental moment for us. And, we celebrated with putting one of the homies on the cover art, rest in peace, Fino, Dominic Dogan, you know what I'm saying? So love you, bro. You know what I mean? Rest in peace, Fino. Rest in peace to Lil John Brown, whose name we mentioned in the last episode. So definitely shout out to their families. And yeah, man, we just, like I said, wanted to take a week hiatus, kind of reset, look at things we could do better, kind of check ourselves, go back and review everything. And, we thank all of you all for the feedback and the constructive criticism and even the hate too, you know what I'm saying? Because, I hear the chatter, you know what I'm saying? And I address it. Y'all know I'm Debo, just way prettier, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to address it, you know what I'm saying? So we appreciate the hate too. So, we not going to stop. That's not stopping anything, as y'all can see. And we here live, man. You know what I'm saying? So
100%. 100%. We appreciate y'all and rest in peace to the family. We love y'all. And our hearts are with, John Brown's family and loved ones. So let's get it.
Real quick before we get into it, Dree and Malik, I was watching something a little bit ago before we decided to record, and this is something that we talked about when we was doing our practice sessions, right? But I was watching a press conference, to be correct, that Draymond Green was doing, and he talked about the importance of the coaches maintaining good body language.
Yeah, so I just watched that video.
Yeah, so I just want to throw that out there because I thought that was a very, very useful gem right there. He was basically saying that, when they make a mistake and they look over to the bench and the coach is, putting his head in his arms, or, he got a attitude, or, he looking away, you know what I mean? That kind of takes down the morale of the team, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
As the leader, as the coach, you're the leader, you know what I mean? You're the front representation, the front man, you know what I mean? So, definitely got to be mindful of that. So I just wanted to throw that out there for all the young coaches that are out there, you know what I mean? And athletes too, be mindful of your body language while you're out there on the court or on the field, soccer, baseball, football, whatever, it's getting to the crunch time for all fall sports right now. So, it's getting playoff times, championship time, regionals, sectionals, whatever you got going. So if something happens, you know what I mean, just maintain your composure and remember, your body language, 90% of what you say is what you don't say. So your nonverbal communication is very, very telling. So just wanted to throw that out there, man.
100%. 100%. That's good advice. And as a player, they say it like when you're getting recruited, like it's your body language. Coaches watch your body language, so you can't be sucking your teeth and rolling your eyes and all of that stuff. So, just for Draymond to call that out as far as coaches, because you see a lot of animated coaches, right, where they throwing chairs and kicking stuff. Like there's a time and a place for that. But like you said, like right after a mistake, that's not it. Because you mad at yourself anyway, because you made a mistake. So if you look over and see that, you in hyperdrive now. So, some people can bounce back, some people don't.
What was you about to say, Late?
I wasn't gonna say nothing, man. I was just laughing at y'all.
Yeah,
man. With that said, I just wanted to throw that out there real quick. But with that said, let's dive straight into it, man. West Virginia AAA playoffs is upon us in football. You know what I'm saying? Malik laughing. You know what I mean? But hey, my alma mater still made it, regardless. So we got a chance to defend the ring. You know what I'm saying? You still the reigning champs. You know what I'm saying? Shout out SC. I know it's been a tough month. man, October was tough for us. You know what I'm saying? Very tough. But, you know, everybody gets a clean slate with the playoffs. Let's dive straight into it, man. Shout out to Huntington. They've been balling all year. They start us out being the number 1 ranked team in the state. They're playing the 16th ranked Willen Park High School. So that's Huntington High School versus Willen Park High School. Then on the other side, you got the second ranked team in the state, Martinsburg High School versus Parkersburg South High School, which is ranked 15th. And then if you go down to the third seed, you got Bridgeport High School going against Morgantown High School, which is the 14th seed. Then the fourth seed, you got University High School, which is a very nice school, may I add, up there in Morgantown, going against 13th ranked Woodrow Wilson. Then you got my boys. You got number 5 Cabell Midland against number 12 South Charleston High School, which is going to be a battle. You know, I've been mentioning the name Jackson Fetty a lot this year. That's, you know, the leading rusher in the MSAC, and he goes to Cabell Midland. So, you know, them boys going to have to buckle those chin straps come Friday night and, you know, be ready to hit, man. Moving on, we got number 6 Jefferson High School versus number 11 Hurricane High School. And then we got number 7 Spring Valley High School versus number 10 Princeton High School. And then we got number 8 Greenbrier East High School versus number 9 Drea Malik's alma mater in George Washington High School. And that's the full bracket for the 2021 class AAA playoff bracket. I said that mad weird, but play, you know what I'm saying?
Class AAA. Word. So from there, like who do you guys like?
Yeah, I mean, definitely Huntington, Martinsburg. I could see them advancing. I could see University advancing, Bridgeport, Spring Valley. That Greenbrier East George Washington game, that's a tricky one. You know what I mean? We're going to see with that one. Jefferson and Hurricane. I like Jefferson getting that one. You know, Cabell Mill and South Charleston. That's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. That is, everyone knows. Malik knows, you know what I mean? That's they run the ball so heavy. That's a power running team. You know what I mean? They barely throw the ball. So you know what you're gonna get. So it's up to you tonight, you know what I mean? You want to make business decisions all night. Y'all want to be pretty or y'all want to come lay the wood? You know what I'm saying? Real talk.
Yeah.
Mano.
We're gonna see. But I got my boys, you know, speed kills, so we're gonna see.
Gonna be some head ringing.
Yeah.
So since we do overreaction Mondays, so let's do it for triple AAA football. Who y'all got in the championship?
You know, they're on opposite sides of the bracket, you know what I mean? Overreaction Monday. I got South Charleston going all the way, you know what I mean? Playing Martinsburg High School. One time for the one time, you know what I mean?
Like, who you got?
I got you know, I want to ride with the Patriots, but I'm gonna say I take Huntington versus the field. I think it's gonna be Huntington versus Martinsburg or Huntington versus
Spring Valley.
Bridgeport.
Ooh. Spring Valley beat Martinsburg a couple weeks ago too, man. So shout out
to play second round if
second year in a row.
They both win. That's a rematch.
Yeah.
I got Martinsburg in a rematch for sure.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah.
So neither one of y'all got Huntington. You said Huntington, though. You said Huntington.
Yeah, I got Huntington versus whoever. I got Huntington probably versus Martinsburg.
Huntington versus Martinsburg.
Huntington to go all the way. I like how they've been playing. They've been squeezing wins.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey. We'll see. We'll see what happens. League said he got the home squad. I mean,
South Charleston won and done though for sure.
Kay said he got the home squad. We're gonna see what the home squad gonna do.
We hear the rumblings in the streets. We're gonna bounce back, man.
I hope the young homies do what they need to do, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
The statistics say, no, I'm just
it's not good. That's a bad first round matchup.
It is. But shout out to Lil Wayne and Lil Mondrell, though. You know what I mean? All the little homies that play, though, for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely. Do y'all thing, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, for sure. Y'all got anything to add? Who you like for the Kennedy? Anything of that nature y'all want to call that out right now?
I couldn't even tell you who's in the running, to be honest. I'm sure Huntington has somebody.
Yeah.
Gavin, their quarterback, if anybody, it'd probably be Gavin.
I'm sure Martinsburg has somebody.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
As far as you know, because we're from the southern part of West Virginia, so of course we're more familiar with the teams that are in the southern part of the state. Like I said, I do really like Jackson Fetty's body of work, and we're just going to see what Cabell Midland does in this playoff run. You know what I mean? So if he can continue to, you know, improve his stat line, because he went over 1,000. Y'all know I mentioned that on the podcast like 3 weeks ago. So he been over a rack. You know what I'm saying? So you know, if they can continue to put it on film, him specifically, you know, that's one of the names I'm looking out for, though, for sure.
If Huntington got somebody, give it to them.
That quarterback Gavin, man, Gavin tough, man. He tough. Remember the other week when we was talking, that's who scored, you know, in 3 different ways, throwing one, caught one, and ran one. So he talented for sure.
Word. With that being said, let's move on to NCAA football.
Roll Tide.
We got the new AP
I'm sorry,
rankings.
but you know I can't stand the rival team we just played. Not to cut you off, Dree. I'm still not going to say their names.
Y'all almost lost.
Nah, almost.
You ain't beat them how I wanted. You know, I wanted to smack them like 50. It was 20-14. Y'all know I was in the crib. Put it to y'all like this: I went to sleep after the game. Like I was kind of upset that we won just by 6. No cap.
Oh man.
But
yeah. And I'm sure you was in there going through it, pacing back and forth.
Yeah, that first half was tough. I'm like, thank God I put my phone on Do Not Disturb.
I'm sure people was blowing you up.
Trying to.
With the eyes. Like, y'all all right? Y'all cool? Y'all good out there? But anyway, as I was saying, there's a new AP poll out. We still got Georgia at 1, Cincinnati at number 2, Alabama at number 3, Oklahoma at number 4, Oregon at number 5, O State at number 6, Notre Dame at number 7, Michigan State at number 8, Michigan at number 9, and OK State at number 10. So as of right now, playoffs looking like Georgia, Cincinnati, Alabama, and OU. Do you guys think it stays that way? How do you feel about it?
Well, that's just the rankings. Yeah. I mean, they not going off of that though. They're going off of the college football playoff rankings. So like,
okay.
So it's kind of hard to tell. I think that's the correct rankings. That I think the AP has it kind of right, to be honest with you.
I do.
Mm-hmm. So the college football playoff ranking is different than what the AP is.
It's
different.
The
rankings are both different.
Okay.
Like a panel. It's like a panel of people that get together and do the playoff rankings.
Yeah, the rankings come out every Tuesday evening for those wondering.
Okay. Well, You said the AP got it right. The new one hasn't come out yet, but who do they have on it? If you want to reference last week.
Georgia's 1, Alabama's 2.
Talking about the playoff rankings, right?
Right, correct.
Michigan State's 3.
Michigan State's 3.
But they gonna drop.
Oregon
was 4.
Oregon's 4.
5 was O State.
6 was Cincinnati.
7 was Michigan. 8 was Oklahoma. 9 was Wake Forest, who also just lost.
Yep.
And 10 was Notre Dame.
Gotcha. Okay. So it's gonna be top 2 gonna stay the same. Problem. I don't know. Bama struggling with LSU.
They're not gonna drop us though, Lee.
They not, but they might need to think about it. Like
they need to think about it.
Because Cincinnati almost lost to Tulsa. If y'all want to play that game, legit.
Yeah, they gave Cincinnati a bad start anyway, though. For real. They should have been in the top 4, like just off of. Yeah, I think Cincinnati should have been in the original top 4 anyway, in my opinion. I mean, they undefeated no matter who they played. They handled Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame only has 1 loss on the year. It's to Cincinnati.
That's a fact.
So yeah, I mean, they got a better win than a lot of people up there.
The committee got a tough decision
to
make this week, because I could see Oregon staying in the top 4, right? Michigan State going to drop out the top 4. So you got to decide what you're going to do with O State and Cincinnati.
Cincinnati? What do you mean?
Word.
Cincinnati undefeated. Bruh.
Mm-hmm.
O State lost to Oregon head-to-head, so they not about to put them over them like that. They not about to do that.
Word.
They played head-to-head already. So O State definitely still outside looking in with Oklahoma, who could probably do. Ain't Oklahoma undefeated?
They are.
Which is wild. So
yeah,
that's what people need to watch out for.
They got a lot of close games though, like so close, which I presume is why they were ranked 8th on the original playoff rankings.
They ain't look good all year.
Even though I like their new quarterback, but they truth be told, they should have lost a couple times.
They almost lost to Kansas the other week.
Yeah, so
you can't be banging with Kansas.
So with that being said, you got the AP poll, you got the college football playoff poll. Are there any issues with the current format and rankings?
Yeah, I think they need to expand it, man. I think it's time to expand it, honestly, because it's just getting too controversial. Like, all right, let's just talk about Bama is number 2. Like, that's wrong that's just wrong. Bama shouldn't be number 2.
Yeah. When you say expand it, explain that.
They need to, make it more teams get into the college football playoff. They need to make it to, 8 teams. Probably.
Yeah, got you.
I would say 12, but, I mean, I don't know how 12
That's long, because you can only play 1 game a week.
That's what I'm saying. So, probably 8.
So, with that, would they start the playoffs earlier?
Yeah, probably. They would probably start it earlier. You probably keep playing right after your conference championship type joint. You probably week off and then get back to it probably.
Yeah, because usually they have a good amount of time off, between. Yeah.
What game you play in, you might
get a month.
Right.
If you make it to that thing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But to answer you, I do not. I'm so against them expanding it. Y'all better not expand the playoffs.
They're showing too much favoritism. They got to start letting people, you know what I'm saying? With the Cincinnati. If Cincinnati don't get in this year, this is a perfect argument of why you should expand it. They're clearly one of the better teams that we have in the nation.
So you think it's geared more to that Power Five conference?
Yeah, it's all about
Like,
money, man. You
yeah.
know, they want them playing in the bigger. They want them playing in the playoffs, basically. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Mhm.
not saying it's all that, but it's definitely driven that way. You know,
Mhm.
Cincinnati ain't gonna bring
As much money, and
as like two other programs would. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
that don't mean that should matter. It should matter about like what you do on the field. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So
I agree, but I kind of feel like you're insinuating that they show favoritism towards Alabama
they
for
do
throwing that
Maybe.
in there,
for
and
sure. They
people
do.
love to not mention how, yes, we lost to Texas A&M, but can I throw in that they're ranked 11th in the nation right now in the AP poll?
They only that because they beat y'all. Like, let's be honest, they wasn't ranked when y'all lost to them.
They weren't.
They won, and then they hopped into the top 25.
Yeah. But I mean,
They don't have who have they beaten since then?
they just beat another one of our rivals. I won't say their name, but the team that Nick's kid plays for.
Nick who? I don't know who you're talking about.
Their coach used to be Gene Chizik.
Auburn? Oh, yeah, that's not a big win, bruh.
Auburn is 6-3.
SEC's the best
Auburn was
conference,
ranked.
but
Thank you. This is why I'm confused. This is
they putting some sauce on that because, like, why is Auburn ranked? Because they
Yeah,
beat.
they are 6-3 right now, and they still at number 16.
They just giving, bro. They just giving out rankings, bro.
Auburn, who did they beat?
Probably Ole Miss.
They beat LSU,
Nobody.
Arkansas.
So that
They
might.
beat Ole Miss, and yeah, lost to Texas A&M.
Arkansas not even ranked anymore.
Bro, all I'm saying is they showing a little favoritism. Like Texas A&M being at 11 is strictly to justify Bama being at number 2. That's why they breaking Texas A&M that high. Because Texas A&M only got one good win on the season.
Let's see.
And it's Bama.
Texas A&M. Yeah. They lost to Arkansas. Lost to Mississippi State. Beat Bama.
That's it.
That's it.
Beat Auburn.
That's their best win of the year.
Yeah.
But they number 11 in the nation.
And they lost to Mississippi State.
You know what I'm saying? I know what the competition level is like, but just how they doing the rankings is just kind of like, it's kind of funny.
So we shouldn't be in the top 4?
I'm not saying y'all shouldn't be in the top 4, but y'all should definitely be like number 3.
Number 4.
3 or 4 for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think they trying to set it up for that Georgia Bama.
Yeah, they are.
But they gonna see each other anyway in the SEC championship.
See what they trying to do is, I know this is on the docket, so we can already go ahead and get into it. Like, you know, the two loss team getting in. That's what they trying to gear up for. If any 2-loss team can get into the college football playoffs, it'll be Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Texas A&M is almost in the top 10. You can say Bama's 2 losses was to number 1 Georgia and to a top 10 Texas A&M.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I hope it doesn't go down like that. If they lose to Georgia, they should not be able to, you know, they should not be able to participate in the college football playoffs, in my opinion.
So that's your stance is the only 2-loss team you can see getting into the college football playoff is Bama.
But it shouldn't happen.
It shouldn't happen. What you got, Kay? What you think?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to manifest anything negative, you dig. I wasn't necessarily insinuating it would be us that would be the 2-loss team that would be considered to go in. You know what I'm saying? I fully expect us to beat Georgia. You know what I'm saying? However, you know, to answer your question, I've been telling y'all for years. You know what I'm saying? Kels can vouch. And he just stated it. You know, League just stated it. The SEC is the best conference in the nation. I don't care what y'all say. Y'all see the parity in the Big Ten. So with that being said, you know, if there is any team that has 2 losses and they come from that Southern Eastern Conference, then I feel like they should still be in the top 4. Whether that's Georgia or
Georgia wouldn't have 2 losses. I mean, Georgia.
You gonna see them? You see them dropping 2?
I mean, if they lose, you know, before the SEC championship, then lose to us in the SEC championship. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they should go.
Bro, they not losing to nobody before the SEC championship.
Oh, no, I agree. But I'm saying, but don't y'all think they still should go if that happens, hypothetically speaking?
No.
The season they had?
No. If they lose to whoever they got left on the schedule and then lose to y'all, they should be going home.
100%. They got Tennessee left, Charleston Southern, and Georgia Tech.
Oh my God.
Tennessee, that's gonna be. I mean, they're not that good, but it'll be an exciting game. They got Hendon Hooker. He been playing well.
Georgia Tech could be a good in-city rivalry game.
They are 3-6.
No and no. Smother both of them teams, bro. Flat out. I like Tennessee's coach a little bit though. I like how he call plays for real. They might score on them. You know,
that's what I was saying. They got Hendon Hooker at the quarterback. He got I think he got some type of offensive player of the year. I mean, player of the week.
Can't nobody really score on Georgia. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's getting outrageous, bro.
You know, they definitely tough, man. I'm looking forward to the match.
Bama can beat them though, I think, for sure. But it's beat them twice is gonna be hard because they gonna get in the playoffs. Y'all beat them.
Yeah. So, Kay, you mentioned the Big Ten. Who do you think is gonna win that conference?
Ohio State. I mean, it looks wild in the Big Ten because, like, on the other side, like, you got, like, mad teams that's 4-2. And then Michigan State just dropped a game, so they're not tied with Ohio State. Ohio State sits firmly in the top of the other side of the conference because their only loss is to Oregon that's out of conference, so it doesn't count their conference. I think Ohio State's going to win it. I mean, I don't see nobody else. I don't see nobody beating them, in my opinion.
I agree, but I'm still going to stick to my guns from the last episode we did, man. Although Michigan lost to Michigan State, I'm calling it, man. One of these hot takes got to be right there.
Michigan to win it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Absolutely not.
Sticking with it. Shaq, we rolling with Big Blue, baby.
Michigan, who? How many? Wow.
They only got one.
They only got one L, right?
And they're going to beat Ohio State.
They got to beat Ohio State to do that.
Yeah, they have to. Yeah.
I would say they on the same side.
Yeah, they play each other in week 12.
Mm-hmm.
So
last game of the season.
Yeah, that's always, that Saturday after Thanksgiving.
No, it ain't that. Is it? When is Thanksgiving?
The last Thursday, ain't it?
Oh, that game before Thanksgiving then.
Is it?
That game is on the 20th.
Oh, it's a little earlier this year then.
Speaking of Thanksgiving, I can't wait. I digress though.
Yeah, that shit gonna be fire.
Yeah. I got big plans. You know what I'm saying?
What's up?
I got big plans for Thanksgiving.
Where you going?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm not sure yet. Yeah, we can talk about it off air.
Yeah. My bad. Let's reel it back in, get back on subject. So Katie's going with Michigan to win the Big Ten conference. League got O State. Just for shits and giggles, kicks and giggles, I will go with O State as well. But yeah, we got anything to add about college football? Any hot takes? Anything y'all want to talk about before we move on?
No, let's keep it pushing. The Gators.
Let's keep it pushing.
Roll Tide, man. Y'all see it.
Let's keep it pushing. All right, we got NFL was a weird Sunday. Only 4 teams that had better records than their opponents won yesterday. Any particular game you guys want to highlight?
Today I bet on the Cowboys. They lose me my parlay. I should have known. They like W, bro. Like
Maybe nothing up.
The W on them, cuz.
I don't bet on them guys, man. But the game that stood out is probably the Jags. Urban Meyer got him a dub versus the Bills. You know, a lot of people are high on the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, the Bills are talented, but I'm not as high as like everybody else is. People are high on Josh Allen too. And Josh Allen's good, you know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. I do think he's good, but I think he might have a little hype to him too, you know. He ain't looked that good versus the Jags. But I think the funniest like storyline was like the Jags also have a player named Josh Allen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they both got drafted number 7 overall in the first round, like back years, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And he's the first player to ever sack somebody with the same name.
With the same name.
But he sacked him. He picked him off.
I was about to say he picked him off too, right?
Yeah. He won that battle. He's the best Josh Allen.
Josh Allen for sure.
He took that personal.
That's my favorite thing about it. But yeah, other than that, I mean, that was probably the biggest surprise to me. And the Cowboys, they was down 30-0 at one point. That was like pathetic. You know? I just want to throw that out there for the Cowboys. Yes. But yeah, the Jags game for sure.
Yeah, game I want to highlight, man. You know, we've mentioned this in the group chat a couple times today already. You know, Lamar Jackson, you know, he's now 3-0 this year, went down by 10 points. I think that needs to be highlighted. I'm going to repeat it, not to sound redundant, but Lamar Jackson is now 3-0. The Baltimore Ravens are 3-0 whenever they're down by 10 or more points this season. So 3 of their OT wins and their three overtime wins in their first 8 games. I think that's big, man. You know what I mean? So that's a game I want to highlight, you know, and also, you know, that Chargers-Eagles game, man. Justin Herbert had an 80% completion percentage yesterday, threw for 356 yards.
Mm.
Looking like he's trying to turn the tide. Like, you know, his previous 2 starts, he only averaged like maybe just under 220 passing yards and only had 3 total touchdowns in those 2 starts. So glad to see he's returning back to form, especially for my sake, you know, because that's my quarterback in fantasy. But yeah, man, shout out to Lamar Jackson, man. Definitely looking like he's the front runner for MVP this year so far. So yeah, man.
Lamar's nice, man. Yeah. Like, if my Rams don't win the Super Bowl, I will 100% be okay with Lamar Jackson winning the Super Bowl. I need to see that happen.
Yeah, I like Lamar.
Lamar's a dog.
Speaking of Lamar, our overreaction Monday take, is Lamar Jackson the best running quarterback of all time?
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you think he surpassed Vic?
Yeah.
Easy. What you got, Kate?
I would say yeah. I'm only like thinking because Cam Newton does have the record for
Oh yeah.
most games where he threw a touchdown and ran one in. He broke Steve Young's record, which I'm sure Lamar is going to shatter. However, yeah, I would give it to Lamar too. You know what I'm saying? I would say, he's just shift team certified, man. Remind me a lot of Silas, or Silas remind me of him. Like, how he can just evade defenders just so easily. It's crazy. Like, it's crazy. Like, shift team certified, bro. Like, yeah, that's the best running quarterback I've ever laid eyes on. I mean, think about that, y'all. When we was in third, fourth grade, you know what I mean, wearing the Vic forces, like we would never thought we would see somebody else like Vic. So the fact that, we have someone that
I did not have the Vic forces. We are not putting that out. I did not have.
I don't think I had no Vic forces either, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking.
I had the Vic forces. I had the Vic forces. All right.
I had the flip book. Y'all remember the flip book where it showed like one play where he just went stupid? I had that.
Nah, we ain't had a flip book, fam. Where you get that at the book fair?
Nah. We went to I think I got it at a game. We went to a game once. No, I used to live in Atlanta, so we went to visit some folks and went to the game and all of that stuff.
Check y'all out.
Yeah.
So y'all wore the Air Force Jordans. That's what y'all said.
Air Force Jordans. Look.
Hey.
Funny.
Yeah. Hey, bro.
Vic had
we gonna talk offline on that.
Great word. I'm gonna show y'all them jumps. It was wavy to me.
I don't remember.
I can't believe y'all remember.
I know I ain't have them though. I don't remember what they look like.
Football. I remember the Vic cleats. That was it.
Man, that was on my line when I wore them in Cleveland. They was acting like they ain't never seen them.
You know, Ohio, they got mad. Damn, what's some joints called? What's them joints called? The flea market.
Yeah.
Ohio, they be having mad flea markets, so they be wearing all types of stuff in Ohio.
Oh, word. Well, these weren't no flea market. Y'all know, not gonna disrespect Keisha Johnson. My mama ain't get me no flea market forces. All right, Mom, I'm gonna hold us down. Now, I'm telling y'all, he was sponsored by Nike. Nike made some forces predicated towards, honoring Vic, and I had
Oh, word.
So,
word.
I know I won best draft in 8th grade and senior year of high school, you know what I'm saying? So maybe that was just one of them things, I had to put y'all on to.
You did win best draft, you know what I'm saying? I give it
to you. Did. Congratulations, you did.
I would love to go back and look at them fits though, like I loved it.
Kayvon stayed with it, like he had a fresh jersey on all the time, polo, he had a polo.
Hey, shout out to Miss Keisha again,
He had a polo.
Yeah, like 100 polos. The joint.
Who won that joint with you, Taylor or Gabby?
Gabby. And look, we standing back to back. I got the big 3X, because y'all know back then we had the big polos. I got the big 3X Lacoste polo on, cuz. Word is bomb. Yes, it might have been 2X, but y'all remember how we used to steez back in the day, though.
Used to wear mad shirts. They was hella big. Wow, we getting off topic again. All right, jumping back into the NFL. Who are the teams to watch for in the NFC?
It's a great question. Definitely got to watch out for his Rams. The Packers, although they lost last night to the Chiefs 13-7, of course, there's no moral victories, but y'all, if Aaron Rodgers was playing, that team struggled offensively against that Packers defense, man. So if Aaron Rodgers was playing, I see them getting that dub, man.
Yeah, they didn't beat him.
So
speaking of Aaron Rodgers, how we feel about that situation?
Oh, I mean,
you said what?
You want to talk about it?
You don't want to talk about it.
But I mean, it was everybody else's fault for not catching it, for real.
Word.
All he did was get up there and talk greasy, for real. I mean, it was everybody else's fault for not catching it. Ain't nobody pressing about that joint.
Bro, I'm rolling because did y'all see that clip where he told Pat McAfee that he got advice from Joe Rogan about?
Did he say that? Oh man, Wow, man. Nah, for real though.
Like, man, hey, Rob, man, if you don't go see a doc, man, you know what I'm saying? You taking advice from, shout out to Joe Rogan, though, but come on, man.
I don't fall. I mean, I guess he lied, you know what I'm saying? And I guess that's bad.
I guess that's bad.
For real, like if I was part of it, if I had the team or something like that, like I'm holding back COVID tests too. Like I don't care what they talk about for real. Like if Aaron Rodgers is not missing the game because of COVID. Like I'm not letting it happen. Like so.
So with him having COVID, you said you clenching that joint and you letting him still play with COVID.
Yeah.
Is that what you just said?
We lying on test results.
Whatever Coach Saban did last year to get cleared when he
failed my God,
his COVID test,
his old self, right? Hey,
I'm doing the same thing. No, that's wrong. Let's keep pumping them out. Let's keep doing the test till we get them right. All right, bet. Come on.
I can tell neither one of y'all has had COVID because I don't know how you play a game with that joint. Nah. Huh?
He had COVID for 24 hours.
Yeah, nah. Well, Coach Saban, I don't know what he had. He probably had some IVs or something, if you really had it, you know what I'm saying? But as far as Aaron Rodgers go, I don't know how he would play with COVID if he really got it.
Got you. It's that taxing on your body, like physically.
Yes.
Right.
Like you just be tired, like.
And it's coming from somebody young, so got you.
Yeah.
But isn't it different for different people though? Like
yeah, I feel like, I mean, it is different. Everybody has different symptoms and stuff. Some people are asymptomatic, like, which meaning they don't have any symptoms, but like I guess the most notable symptoms are tiredness, where you just tired, like, and then obviously the taste and smell and like the headache. Those are the most consistent symptoms. So as a football player, I already got a banging headache. I'm not trying to go out there and get rocked.
Nah, yeah, for sure.
My takeaway, I mean, just to answer you directly, it's privilege.
Mm-hmm.
Honest, you know what I'm saying? But that comes with being a star player. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like we spoke about off air. They made it such a big deal that Cam Newton was unvaccinated, so much so that he's out the league.
Mm-hmm.
So, I feel like if Cam was still consistent, if Cam was still Cam and he was consistent and he was producing, that wouldn't have been an issue that he was unvaccinated. But since he's not the same Cam, y'all see my boy out the league now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they was just looking for a reason too, though.
You know what I mean? Aaron Rodgers, he's not getting much flack for saying he got advice about it from Joe Rogan. He's not getting much flack for, telling stories in reference to saying he got vaccinated. You know what I mean? I do think that was miscommunication right there. But like I told you, Drew, the reporter asked him directly, was he vaccinated? So, but yeah.
I mean, technically, he didn't lie. He said he was immunized, which he probably was when he was a kid. He wasn't talking about that.
Yeah, that's why I said telling stories. Yeah, I didn't want to.
He just talked greasy.
Yeah. he wiggled his way around that one.
Yeah. But
all right, back to the.
But yeah, I'm still on track. I didn't lose it. Yeah, teams to look out for in the NFC: Packers, Rams, the Cardinals.
They got a tough little conference.
Oh, the NFC West.
The NFC West.
Yeah. Packers, Rams,
Bucks. Packers, Rams, Bucks.
They was off this week. That's why they was slipping my mind.
Yeah, after what I seen from the Cowboys, they pretenders, man. I've seen enough. That's probably the top 4 for me too.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, you think the Titans are gonna make the playoffs without Derrick Henry?
It's possible. I mean, they division ain't that tough. I mean, the Colts are playing solid football, I guess you can say. So that's probably their biggest competition. But I mean, it's possible.
What you think?
If they will or not, I'll say the Colts somehow slips in. I like how their defense plays too. So I'll say the Colts end up winning that division. But as of right now,
That's your overreaction Monday item?
no, I don't think that's an overreaction, bro.
Because they 3 games back right now, bub. They 4-5.
I mean, the Titans going to drop a few games, bro. They about to start dropping games. I mean, they beat us last night.
I was about to say they looked good last night, Lee.
But it was, I mean, they just jumped out quick. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to really lose those games when you get head starts like that. I mean, yeah, it's possible. That's why I said it's very possible they can make the playoffs, but I think they might end up getting walked down for the division at the end.
Yeah, before the season started, that's who I had winning the AFC South, just because, you know, the talent that they have on the offensive side. Still think they're talented offensively. I hate that happened to my boy Derrick Henry. But they were able to sign Adrian Peterson, who was just on his couch this time last week, and he scored last night. You know, we real big on Adrian Peterson over here. Not to speak for bro, but I mean, we've had conversations in the past. You know, we got mad love and respect for the big homie. So if he could just be a little of a shell of himself, I could see them doing a little something. Having still keeping some balance in that offense, but. Yeah, I definitely see Tennessee making the playoffs without Derrick Henry. Like I said, they're top team in the AFC right now, not just in their division. Like, that's the top team in the AFC. They're 7-2. So, they got a lot of leeway, a lot of cushion. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to see.
Epic collapse coming, man. I feel it. Nah, I mean, if Tannehill could throw – if they can stay ahead of the game, like how they did us yesterday, sure, they might end up getting a few, but I mean, I think they're going to drop a couple here.
Oh, and I meant to throw this out there. They got one of the easiest remaining schedules left.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Who they got left?
Well, they do play the Saints next week, which is going to be a banger, but then – from that point, they still have to play the Texans twice. They still have to play the Jaguars. They have to play the Patriots, the Steelers, my Niners, and the Dolphins.
Dang, that is an easy schedule. Never mind, I take that back. They'll definitely make the
play. Who?
It's gonna come down to the wire though. They're gonna slip it up.
Got you. So, speaking of the AFC, the Cleveland Browns let go of Odell Beckham Jr. How you guys feel about that?
Both sides. I mean, both sides needed to part ways, I feel like. For whatever reason, it didn't work with Baker.
She not looking.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Okay, what you say?
If you see the video that his pops had posted, it do look kind of crazy. It's a long video of him running wide open.
Somebody send it to me.
It's crazy.
I got you.
But yeah, it just didn't work. That connection didn't work. He didn't really fit in there. For whatever reason, it's sad because they definitely talented, But I mean, fresh start for both sides, I hate it had to come down to, people tweeting about it and, his pops posting that and whatnot. But I mean, the proof is in the pudding, Baker ain't the best of quarterbacks anyway. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how I feel about Baker. So, pair that with that video, him just being inconsistent every Sunday without the run game, Yeah. Odell had to get out of there. I'm glad he did. I hope he come to the Rams. We could use him.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't go to the Rams. Oh my gosh. Y'all done more than enough. However, I think it's an unfortunate situation. I do think it's best that they parted ways. But my thing is, like, I mean, come on, y'all. We've all played sports. How many of our parents say stuff? You know what I mean? Like, you can't hold us accountable for something our parents say. Now, granted, I understand it's a professional sport, but Odell has no control over what Odell Sr. posts, you know what I mean, or what his opinion is, you know what I mean? And I'm sure, a lot of the talks in the streets is Odell is washed. He done.
Mm-hmm.
The national media tried to show, like, a couple weeks ago where he dropped the pass, you know what I mean? And it was a key moment late in the fourth quarter. They're going to try to use that as leverage to, really support the fact that he's done. And that's not the case, Despite bro being injured, I still think he's one of the best receivers in the league talent-wise. He's a top 10 talent for sure, bar none.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think it's unfortunate because he had to, be split from his college teammate. You know what I'm saying? I mean, let's just be honest. He didn't want to be traded from New York to go to Cleveland. That's no knock to Cleveland. I got mad fam in Cleveland, but come on, New York, Cleveland. But what made it better was his close friend, college teammate, who he played receiver with, you know what I mean, was with Cleveland. So, I'm sure, he probably didn't want to go. He probably didn't want to leave, that team. They got a talented roster, man. You get them a quarterback that could toss for 300-400 consistently, man. You know what I mean? With the tight ends they had and the two receivers they had out wide and Juice and Odell, they could have did something. But that'd always be those, woulda, coulda, shoulda type stories. You know what I mean? They just couldn't get it figured out, for whatever reason. And to their credit, to Odell's credit, I feel like, he did a good job in reference to being patient, getting the ball. There was a audio that I listened to last year, not this season, but last year, where I want to say Rashad Higgins scored and Baker ran down and he grabbed Juice and Odell, like grabbed him, like put his arms over him. Like, I know guys, be patient. Like, I'm going to get y'all the ball. Like, you could just tell in their body language, like, bro, toss us the peel. You know what I'm saying? And he like, just be patient. I'm gonna get y'all. And that's what he was saying. Like, just be patient, y'all. I'm gonna get y'all. So I think Baker knew he wasn't getting him the ball. For whatever reason, he still wasn't getting him the ball. So if you're gonna do that, then might as well split ways. You know what I'm saying? Similar to the Minnesota Vikings dynamic with Kirk Cousins and Stephon Diggs. A lot of people wonder why would Stephon want to be traded from Minnesota. It's because he felt like Kirk Cousins was looking him off. You know what I'm saying? Which it can be very frustrating. We both play receiver. Like, that's, come on. Everybody knows who played receiver, how tiring it is running your route full go and not even looked at. You know what I'm saying? It's come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, especially when you see it on the film, like, come on, bro. So, it is what it is. But, like bro said, he hit it right on the head. It's probably best that they split up. But I do think it's kind of corny that they judging him for something his father said. I mean, that's probably was just supporting his kid because, like I said, the streets think Odell is done. So he was probably just showing y'all like, nah, it ain't my son.
Right.
But
so I got 2 follow-up questions with that. Do you think the Browns chose wrong in sticking with Baker over Odell? Like, I mean, obviously they're still winning and whatnot, but Baker isn't who, he was projected to be. So do you think that was the wrong choice? Do you think it's going to come back and bite him on a, back end? I think.
Nah, yeah, I don't think it was the wrong choice because, I mean, the league knows this too. They've had a lot of different starting quarterbacks, and you know this too in our lifetime. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So regardless of the fact they did take Bull number 1 overall, so they got to figure something out. You know what I mean? I think they're going to re-sign him, Malik. You know what I'm saying? Do I think it's going to be a Dak Prescott type bag? No. I think he needs to be real with himself in negotiations. I think they're not going to be, willing to give him that big of a bag. But I do think he's going to get a nice bag because, like I said, they've had a lot of different QBs, and he could show, between us three, yesterday he was the highest rated quarterback yesterday, believe it or not. First game without Odell, he was the highest rated quarterback yesterday. So they're looking at that like, attaboy, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Oh.
He got mad endorsement deals too. Like you see him on a lot of commercials and whatnot.
Killing the endorsement game for sure. You funny in the commercials, I give you that.
Yeah, right. And then my next question is, in the beginning of Odell's career, beginning mid career, he had a lot of trouble with the media and how he expressed himself and he was always criticized. Do you think this is kind of like the NFL's payback for all of that they put him through? Because at that time he's at the top of his game, like you mentioned with Cam Newton. If Cam Newton's at the top of his game when this COVID stuff is going on, this doesn't happen. But while Odell was at the top of his game, he was kind of untouchable in a sense. But now it's like, do you think the NFL is trying to kick him while he's down type ordeal?
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that, Lee. I think he just get a bad rap, man. He just has a bad reputation, and national media just really expounds on that and really tries to make him the villain. When, like, I read something last week, it was a tweet that said a source said one of his teammates said that he doesn't come, when he comes to the facility, he stays to himself. He doesn't interact with people, doesn't talk to people, right? One of his teammates from the Browns quoted that tweet and said, y'all stop trying to make up stuff for clickbait. Y'all are lying. Nobody said this. We all love him. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how you know, like, they just try to come up with stuff and throw it out there like he's just some bad guy, bad teammate. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's just what it is. Like,
but it has to come from somewhere, though. Like, why him? Why Odell? Why do they make him the bad guy?
He's just one of the bigger stars. It's like stars don't get that big in the NFL, like as far as like compared to other sports like basketball and stuff. So he's just one of the bigger stars that,
yeah. And that's
one of the faces of the league.
Yeah. Then you remember that playoff game where they took that trip to Miami?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just little stuff that they point out, man. You know what I mean? So, of course, he got a lot of flack for that. And then he got a lot of flack for that interview he did. That was with Rain, right? Late. That Sunday conversation. Shout out to the GOAT. Where he basically said Eli Manning can't throw the deep ball, which was true, but you don't want to say that, though. You know what I mean? So I think it's a combination of things. They try to give him a bad rap. He has made mistakes in the past, but all is forgiven, man. He's just a year older than us, Dre. Well, me, not the same age, but
you are my age. You almost made me call you something bad.
You live and you learn and you grow up, mature. So
we the same age. Word. So that was just just like to throw out little questions there, here and there. But if you guys don't have anything to add, we'll move right on to the NBA. I was about to say NFL again. We'll move right on to the NBA and our overreaction Monday. Here, are the Warriors favored to come out the West? They have the best record right now. What y'all think? And they don't even have Clay.
No, they're. I mean, like I said, I think Steph just knows that they needed a better start this year than last year.
So he coming out full throttle while everybody else kind of
full throttle,
coasting,
cushion. Just in case they do drop a few. Clay, or what I'm saying, Clay come back and ain't itself, like, what I'm saying, out the gate. They got a little leeway to fall before he gear back up. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call them the favorites, but I mean, they're a threat for sure, I would say.
What you got, Kev?
Yeah, I want my Lakers to be the favorite, but I'm not gonna lie to you. Drew, they got the best record in the West, and that team is deep, y'all. Like, y'all got to think, Klay Thompson and James Wiseman is out, right? Jordan Poole hooping. He looking like an early candidate for most improved player.
Mm-hmm.
They still got Otto Porter coming off the bench. They still got Damon Lee coming off the bench. They still got Iggy coming off the bench. They like once Clay comes back, they'll have like 4 guards that they can interchange. You know what I mean? Like Jordan Poole's
But
scoring punch coming off the bench when Clay comes back. You know what I'm saying?
you
So
got to think about though, like with Clay and James being out, that gives them those other guys the opportunity to be good. So once they come back, that's taking away their
oh,
minutes. Yeah, so it's not gonna be the same.
facts, no. I still think I still see Jordan averaging like 12, 13. You know what I mean? Coming off for sure.
Mm-hmm.
He can shoot, man. The kid can shoot. But yeah, I like what the Warriors are doing, man. You know, I won't say it's those teams where, you know, the motto was strength by numbers, but I definitely like what they're doing with their bench. They're definitely trying to get back to those times in reference to having the depth. And, you know, like I said, man, I like what they're doing over there. They got the best record in the West, so we'll see if they can continue to improve. But
Mm-hmm.
I definitely like what they're doing, though.
Mm-hmm. So you mentioned the Lakers. Should they be worried? Do they need to make some roster adjustments?
Yeah, I was just on the phone telling Unc, and I told you this on the phone last week. We're still missing Kendrick Nunn and Taylor Horton Tucker.
Mm-hmm.
Real big one. You know, Malik, he's still and again, not speaking for him, but this is something we spoke about off camera. You know, he still needs to see more from Taylor. But I'm a diehard Laker fan. What I mean by that is I watch all of our games, even when we play sorry teams. And he just showed a lot of potential last year. I honestly thought that the kid was going to start this year. He's only 21 years old, you know, so that's one of the, you know, the guys that you could surround AD with and, you know, just nurture him and, you know, develop him so he can be, you know, a dependable, solid starter in this league. So, you know, that's someone that we're missing, you know, that can score. Kendrick Nunn, we know he can score, play defense. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be the backup point guard. You know what I mean? No knock to Rondo. You know, that but just how the depth chart is. It's Westbrook, Kendrick Nunn, then Rondo as far as the point guards on our roster. So I don't think it's time to panic yet. I did see what Nick Young tweeted, I want to say Sunday, after we lost to the Blazers Saturday night, how we needed shooters. And, you know, I could see that, you know, Melo has his games where he's on fire, then Melo has his games where it's like, you know, that happens, you know, Dree and hoop, you know what I'm saying? It's tough unless you're Steph or Clay or somebody like that. It's tough to always hit from the 3. But no, I'm not worried. You know, to other Laker fans, we're only 10 games in the season. You know what I'm saying? I don't start really judging the NBA season until 20 games in. So I don't care who's leading the league and scoring right now. The records, they matter, but they don't matter right now. You know what I mean? But they do matter. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to get too far behind. But yeah, it's no need to panic, though. We still got a lot of time. You know what I mean? We're not even 1/4 into the season yet. So yeah, no worries, man. No worries over here. Plus, LeBron been out. That plays a big factor in a lot of things we do. You know what I'm saying? I hate that we have to lean on him so much at this stage in his career. And I know that wasn't his intent with, you know, just agreeing to some of our roster moves, but, you know, we need him. And, I mean, it's very telling in some of the losses that we've taken so far this year. So, yeah, man. Once we get him fully healthy and we get some of our guys back, our key role players back, we should be straight.
As it stands right now, Lakers are sitting number 10 in the Western Conference. So, but you got anything to add, Lee?
I mean, not really. I mean, Westbrook looks bad with the turnovers, you know what I'm saying? LeBron hasn't been playing. I mean, just got to see, to be honest with you. I think they probably could use another shooter, like a little reliable shooter, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how they would maneuver that, you know.
Yeah.
Actually play for real too, not just be emergency situation. You know?
Yeah. Play defense. You know, they need like a two-way guy.
Yeah, something like that. And I know Avery Bradley just stays hurt, you know what I'm saying? He's streaky too, like, you know what I'm saying? They would just need another. another shooter for the Lakers probably would be best. But
Mhm.
other than that, they shouldn't really panic too early in the season to panic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. I think once they get rolling, it's gonna be hard to stop them
Yeah,
once
for
they
sure.
start steamrolling. Switching gears to the Eastern Conference, we got Philadelphia and the Miami Heat at the top. Any surprises there?
Nah, not really. To be honest with you,
I'm a little
Yeah,
surprised Philly's playing as good as they are without being Simmons. So, but well, let me
I'm
take.
not.
I'm
say
yeah.
I'm not.
Shout out to Bliss. 'Cause one night, Bliss and I was talking on the phone. He really broke down their roster to me, and like some of the things they've been doing, like in the preseason, and how
Mhm.
Coach Rivers could really play with the lineups in Philly. So
Mhm.
yeah, let me take that back. I'm not surprised that they doing what they doing, but man, it's it's crazy over there because right now the Bucks not even in the playoff picture in the East. So it's a it's a it's a little more parity. Not
Yeah, that,
Yeah, Bucks sitting at number 10 right now too.
yeah.
they struggling out the gate, but I mean, that's probably the biggest surprise to me over there. Other than that, though, expected Miami to be good. You know, I expected Philly to be good again. You
Y'all think Miami gonna come out the what? I mean the East.
No,
What do you think?
KD and them probably will.
You
Maybe
think
not. Actually, I don't know. It depends.
If Kyrie play, the Nets coming out
If,
easy.
if Kyrie plays for sure.
If he doesn't, I'm not overreaction Monday. The Heat coming out the East.
Mm.
They deep. Tyler Hero coming off the bench, dropping 20, no problem. We know they play defense.
Give me honest.
You think the Bucks gonna come back out?
Still?
If Kyrie don't play, it's gonna be Giannis or the Nets.
Ooh.
Mm.
Ooh.
Mm.
Was going crazy in the playoffs last year, but man, he need a little more from Drew. Shout out to Drew
Mhm.
Holiday.
I like the Heat.
Yeah, I like the Heat too,
I
Drew. I
like
know that's your squad. I like
Yeah.
it too, though. I ain't going front. I like what they doing. We played them on Wednesday too. I'm looking forward to that because I want to see how we look against them. So hopefully,
I
Braun
like,
by then.
I like the Heat. I like the Heat. You mentioned it a little bit, the Ben Simmons situation. There's a potential trade going on with him with the Sixers and the Celtics for Ben Simmons.
Yeah, I read on that earlier. They were saying that Jaylen Brown has to be included in any talk. So I don't know.
What the Celtics gonna do?
Yeah.
They think Brown better than Tatum. I don't
Are
personally.
you asking us?
No, that's what it sounds like the media is saying. Like if that's their demand and they have Jalen Brown up in this
Oh,
ring,
over Tatum. Got you.
they're saying
They probably know they're not gonna move and budge on Tatum though.
Yeah.
They probably feel like Brown is more expendable. Like what's
They definitely
expendable?
paid Tatum first.
Yeah.
Tatum nice.
He is nice.
Mm.
But that little tandem ain't working together. So
Yeah, they too like guard heavy. They got a lot of guards that do the same thing.
Word. Like,
yeah,
bro, y'all both trying to drop 30 every
they
night.
both, that's literally what they both trying to do.
Like, dang,
They're
bro.
trying to drop 30. Yeah. So one of them can go.
Word. Man, that's gonna be an interesting trade. I'm glad we talked about this on the pod because I always wanted to see if other people felt like that regarding Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Like they
Hmm.
both be chucking,
They
going
both
for
are
Hmm.
30.
nice, but it just don't work.
Yeah, they are
Yeah.
both nice, but it's like, bro, like you know what I'm saying?
But they can't run a good offense because they both ball stoppers. They just trying to get a bucket. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Every time.
Every time.
yeah, ain't
So
no offense, ain't no ebb and flow. You
I
heard what Marcus Smart say?
They got past
He's
the ball. They don't like to pass the ball.
yeah, like they got past the
I
ball.
can't believe he said that, yo. But that was so crazy, like in reference to him being honest. Like that was crazy. I
But
can't.
I think he had. I would think just from listening and observing who he is. Like, that's who he is. You know what I'm saying? He has that respect on the team to be able to say that. Like, it's the truth. Like, pass the ball, yo.
And they don't. Yeah, I'm glad Malik mentioned it. Like, yeah, they both studs, but they, I presume this is what Toronto used to would have looked like had Vince Carter and T-Mac stayed together.
Mm.
Yeah.
But their games were a little different. But it's like Jason and Jalen, they're like, that Spider-Man meme where they be pointing, it's the Spider-Man pointing at the other Spider-Man? That's them.
Yeah, man.
That's them.
And not comparing them to Vince Carter and T-Mac at all. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
Guards, two wing players that could score heavily, 20 consistently. You know what I mean? So that's why I brought that up. I always thought that would have been an ill tandem, T-Mac and Vince Carter, because they cousins.
Mm-hmm.
So, right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that wraps up everything I have, fellas. If you guys want to add anything, be my guest. If not, Kay, take us out.
You got anything, bro?
Nope. We got another week. We'll see what happens, man.
Absolutely. Like I was saying at the top of the show, we definitely appreciate y'all's support. You know what I mean? The constructive criticism, the haters, we love, the comments. Please continue to subscribe and share and like our content, please. We're all working really hard, you know what I mean, to bring this all together. So thank you all for the support. And shout out to Dream Malik just for, being willing to do this with me, you know what I'm saying? And again, rest in peace to the young king, the young legend, John Brown, man, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace.
For sure. Rest in peace, young Jay.
Rest in peace, family. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to the fans. Shout out to the supporters, rather, not fans. Shout out to the supporters.
100%.
We love y'all.
Love y'all, man. Peace and blessings. It's K, Dre, Lee. See us in the network podcast, man. We out.
We out.